talking about affecting change and kind of forward thinking. So getting software early on is a big one. That one is, a huge change when I look at generations before ours, and we just take so much of our technology for granted. My daughter snaps up her iPhone and just has access to all the information she could ever need. But then I think about her great grandmother who has that same iPhone, who at one point didn't have a landline, who actually had a rural home without indoor plumbing, and that gap is very, very close. So for somebody to go from, not having a color television to switching their entire business to run on this new technology is, it's a big step. It's pretty impressive to take that leap, and it's probably not a cheap purchase at that point either.
No, that's for sure. It's a significant investment, and I think he could see that the efficiency of having that patient information at your fingertips was really a game changer, and was he was all in on it, and so our everybody that worked at Osterhaus Pharmacy in those days was, pretty much in awe of what we went from and what we went to. And again, when you think about how archaic that system is compared to what we're using now, and it's pretty amazing in the time that you, like you say, a single lifetime.
Yeah.
The change is really pretty darn radical.
Yeah. So the patient profiles that he had before the computer system, was that just medication history or?
Yeah. So it was
disease states.
So it was probably about a 4x6, maybe 5x8 card. And you basically, they're alphabetized, and you pulled it out every time that patient came in, and you hand wrote that they got their Lanoxin, filled on such and such a day. And so you had a record of that. Prior to that, I mean, my dad would talk about the fact that, a lot of pharmacies, you get a prescription for Lanoxin for a patient, and you just fill it until they moved away or died or whatever. There was, that's the way it was. And so, I mean, the great majority of pharmacies and pharmacists had no idea whether patients were being adherent to their medicines. When they ran out, they showed up at your door and you gave them more, and or whether they'd seen their physician and whether someone had looked at whether this is still the right dose or the right therapy. It was a very different time, and I think that was the, trying to turn that so that the pharmacist-patient relationship was different was significantly a real significant passion of my dad's, and again, I think that's what I saw growing up in the pharmacy, was that he really is a major player in how well people manage their health. And